We're going to talk about the format for the vendor file. Here you'll notice that we have the code MSTR lowercase. That's typical for all our customers. We'll be putting that in. Then we have the vendor name, address 1, address 2, city, state, and zip. And notice here that if you have the +4, that goes in a second column. We also break the phone number into 3 separate columns, along with the fax number gets broke into 3 separate columns. When working with this file, remember that sometimes you will lose the leading zeros if you don't have the cells formatted correctly, or if it's a CSV file and you open it and close it. So you always want to make sure your leading zeros are there. Tax ID is important if you want to issue your 1099s. Alt vendor code, terms, and vendor type are completely optional. We don't typically use alt vendor code for anything in our system. You can import payables based on vendor code if you want. Most customers just use the vendor name. And vendor legal name here at the end is important if the tax ID number does not match up with the vendor name that they want to use. So the only place you will see the vendor legal name is at the top of the 1099. It'll say Billy Bush, DBA, Bush Appraisals, and then fill in the appropriate information after that. Some customers ask us, well, if you don't use a vendor code, how do you differentiate the same vendor who might have different addresses? And you do that by using the caret figure here and putting some distinction after it. So here we have Rankin United Football Club, caret Dallas, and then you could go ahead and put in a separate address down here, all separate information all the way across, and then that way checks written to this vendor would go to Texas as opposed to this vendor. Everywhere in all of reporting you will see the caret Dallas, but when you print the check, the caret and anything after it will not show up on the check.